Hey, good afternoon. My name's Ken Brown. Today is May 23rd. I'm here at local sports wrap-up with my good buddy, Joel Adkins, a.k.a. Odds.
That's
How you
right.
doing, buddy?
Not too bad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Busy week, but got to get things done.
Yeah, and when you get into the 20-somethings of May, right away, I think Memorial Day.
Sure. Yeah.
A day off.
That's
a good
right.
holiday break.
That's right.
That's coming this weekend?
Yeah.
Big plans for you?
Well, my mom and stepdad, they've got the pool open, and I spent a little time over there on Mother's Day helping to bail some nasty water off of a tarp.
I got you.
I think I might give them a little ring, take my boys down there. Yeah.
Partake in a little swim.
Yeah. What about you?
You know what I'm looking forward to most, honestly, is one, my wife will be coming back in town. I'm a single parent this week. My wife went to training in Atlanta.
Atlanta, huh?
Yeah, it's for work. She's in Atlanta, so I'm running around crazy, man, like a crazy man, taking kids to school. My daughter graduates 8th grade tomorrow. They had a concert outside today, so I think by the time the weekend comes, Dad's going to want to just relax.
Yeah.
You know, sit back and have a cold beverage and just relax and enjoy some time. The good news is I'm off Monday, so I'm kind of excited.
Me too. Me too.
So I'm kind of excited about that. Maybe I can get some good brisket. I don't know if you guys got a good brisket place around, but email us at Local Sports Wrap Up. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
You know?
I always like to hear good food recommendations.
Yes.
That, you know what's good? I'm going to throw a little local plug here. 4th Street, Camino Real, Mexican place. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah?
I've been to Angelina's, good place. But this place, I had the chimichangas and I had horchata for the first time. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it was good.
No, that's good. Look, funny thing, quick, and we'll get into the sports. As I was speaking to Caroline, right? Mm-hmm. And I say, Sister Sotheby, I think that we should take it on the road every once in a while and find out who has the best burger in Wyandotte.
Yeah.
You know, or find out who has the best something.
Sure.
You know, something to chew on, you know?
Yeah.
So, no, and I do like a good Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll try Mexican food, I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. But, no, so baseball, right? Mm-hmm. America's pastime.
It's full swing now.
It's full swing. The Braves, the Bears, because I'm saying Braves, but the Wyandotte Roosevelt Bears started out pretty strong. The good news, and we know that they went to Kentucky. They got those extra games in. They got themselves ready. They're 13-17 right now, and they've lost 3 in a row. But I don't know if it's an indication of who they played, because they played Allen Park twice, and they lost 3-0, and then they lost 3-2. The 3-2 game went to the bottom of the 6th. They were leading up until the bottom of the 6th, and Allen Park came back and win. And then they lost to Livonia Franklin, who's always pretty good.
Yeah, I have a friend up there, graduated from there. And, their programs are always, they're flush with the money.
Yeah,
so,
they got a little bit.
Yeah.
They got a little cash. So they have been doing well in those games. Even though their losses, they lost to Franklin 5-2. Like I said, they lost to Allen Park 3-0, and then they lost 3-2 where they were up until the bottom of the 6th. The kid, Manny Gutierrez, is still killing it. Mm-hmm. You know, from the mound, left-hander on the mound. He's still getting a couple hits a game. Keegan Rose has been doing really well. There's some guys, so they got some pieces. Hopefully they'll catch fire as districts near. I was talking to a buddy of mine that's coaching UAD Jesuit High School, and they're coming downriver this weekend and playing in some big tournament down in Woodhaven, Trenton area.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be a multiple campus thing, but he was saying that they're going to play Woodhaven this weekend, they're going to play Riverview, and they're going to play Trenton. And they've got a good team. So, and he was worried about Woodhaven and Trenton because he's been hearing that they were really good. So
yeah, they got nice facilities if you've ever driven by them.
Yeah, so I may spend a little time downriver watching a little baseball on Saturday, so that may be part of my plan and doing some of that. Some of the other local teams, Allen Park beat Trenton 7-4. Southgate beat Etzel 4-8-0. And then Taylor in 9 innings beat Carlson 10-7. And then Woodhaven beat Wyandotte 6-2. That was earlier in the week. The games that are today, Woodhaven is going to play Riverview Gabriel Richard. And then Gibraltar Carlson will actually play Southgate. And then Lincoln Park will play Riverview. So those are all on the docket for May 23rd. Hopefully next week we'll have a little more information about those games. But like I said, now's the time to set your lineups and get them ready, because this district's and it's coming hot and heavy right now. It's coming really soon. So hopefully they'll get off the snide, man, and get back to winning. They got the players, and they played, enough games to get better.
Yeah, you mentioned the lefty as a pitcher. I always hated lefties as a batter. And I think part of it was just a psychological thing, because they're coming from, I was a right-handed hitter, so they're coming from that opposite angle. It always seemed like you were going to get plunked a lot easier than by a righty. Yeah.
But natural left-handers generally have natural movement on the ball, so I could see your, I guess, not fear, I don't want to use fear, but I could see where you're like a little bit nervous, because that left-hander's zip usually comes in on the bat handle. So
and then the moment, especially hitting a baseball, is so difficult as is, and the moment you have to start worrying about something other than your stroke with the bat, you're worrying about how close the ball might cut to you. Like, it's already been made that much more difficult to get a hit.
Yeah. And depending on what age, I was talking to kids out there. If you get plunked by something early, it's hard. Just the confidence it takes to catch the ball and hand-eye coordination. It's already difficult enough, and that ball is hard and unforgiving.
Yeah.
But if you get hit as a kid, you're generally, it's not the game for you. You want to find something else.
Had a cousin. We played T-ball together. T-ball. I was pitching, which, in T-ball then, you mime a throw off the tee. My cousin was at shortstop. This little girl pegged him right in the mouth. Never played again.
No,
my aunt came running out on the field screaming.
Blood everywhere.
Never played again.
No, I get it. No, and I remember when we first moved out here in baseball, they started a rule where the kids had to wear a mask if they played in the infield.
Okay.
Softball, they had to wear like a mask or whatever. So those masks are like $40. And my daughter kept on coming home and say, my coach says I need a mask. My coach says I need a mask. I said, tell your coach you got a glove. And then eventually I had to get the mask. But I was like, you should be able to catch the ball. You want them to be confident enough to do that.
Sure.
And that's a good segue into softball. Now, the Lady Bears themselves, they've actually been similar. They're 7-14 on the year. So I'm thinking they're a pretty young team. They did not do that well against Woodhaven. They lost to Carlson 14-5. They lost to Southgate 7-4. So at least 3 in a row where they've been down. And then they had to play Allen Park, which isn't really fair right now. And Sizemore pitched against them. So that was Monday. And we were looking at the statistics, and she pitched. They won 12-0, 5 innings. It's nothing to be ashamed of. The girl was all-state last year. I definitely know she's going to whatever big D1 that she wants to.
Yeah.
And she pitched against Wyandotte on yesterday, I guess the 22nd. She had only 50 pitches. Now, it was the last inning, the 5th inning, because it was a mercy. But she had 50 pitches in the 5th inning with 1 out. So at that point, let's just say 60.
Sure.
All right? 60, that's 12-5. It's 12 times 5 is 60. So she's getting 12 pitches an inning.
Yeah, that's efficient.
Against 3 batters? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she is throwing that thing and getting people out.
Yeah.
And it's too bad that they pitched her against us. I don't know. I would have loved to see it, though, if I was going to the game.
Yeah. I remember, whether playing in a game or watching like some of the Junior League World Series, when you get a pitcher on the mound that has got everyone outclassed, I mean, it's as a player, if you're on the other side of that, it's demoralizing. Yeah. It's just no one can hit them. Yeah.
And I think that you see it on both sides. You said a local plug, shameless local plug. And I don't know the young lady's last name, but she's an 8th grader, I'm sure, at Wilson Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
First name's Grace. And I should know her last name because she played on our team all summer, right? We're talking to some kids at the Wyandotte softball, the Brave softball deal. And Grace, she said in the middle school league, she made it not fun. Like, kids couldn't hit her. You know what I mean? Like, she was throwing the ball, and she was like if somebody would have hit it, we would have been out of position because we weren't prepared for someone to hit the ball.
Right.
That's how much she was dominating. And I seen her as a 12-year-old, whether we were in Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, she was that dominant.
Yeah.
So if you put her in a recreational situation, she's going to kill it. So kind of to your point, that parent was like, it wasn't really fun when Grace pitched. And I was like,
And I think it's got to be tough on that kid, too, to some extent. Like, if you just, for whatever reason, you have the natural ability or you've just, your mechanics have developed faster than your peers, I got to imagine after a season or so of that, some of the shine's got to come off for that kid, too. It's like, if you're dominating something, you've dominated it. What else is there to do?
Yeah.
You need to go to the next level is what you need to do.
And I think that is kind of a cool part about baseball or softball where you can, they call it play up. So if you're a 12U, you might play 14s.
Yeah.
Or if you're 14, you could play 16s or whatever the case may be. So you play up. But to me, as a parent as well as a coach, I want my kid to have that year of shine, you know what I mean, to build their confidence.
Yeah.
If I'm always putting them in a situation where they're trying to, where they're the youngest on the team and maybe not the best, I don't know if I'm giving them the full picture.
Right.
At some point, you got to celebrate them,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Like, hey, this is your year to dominate. We're going to do it. We're going to be pretty good this year. Boom, boom. But then in other levels, you play up and then you can get humbled. And then it just makes you work harder, But I don't know where Grace is going to high school, but I'm sure the Lady Bears are hoping that she's coming to Wyandotte High.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if to see the girl pitch is crazy. My son's team practices at BK Lounge on Wednesdays, and she, nobody knew, but she ended up coming in for a workout. Mm-hmm. And when I seen her, hey, Grace, high five. And I went over immediately to the other people and I said, if you want to enjoy your price of admission, check this young lady pitch.
Yeah.
So hopefully she's the next Sizemore, and if she's coming to Roosevelt, they got a chance. Hey, Mr. Athletic Director for Wyandotte, if you don't know, please, you better go talk to Grace over at Wilson Middle School before school lets out to see where her 9th grade year will be. So that's kind of where we got on the softball front. The thing, like we were talking about things that are coming up, Wyandotte actually plays Belleville tomorrow on the 24th. And then they got the Michigan Challenge this weekend. And no, it says the Michigan Challenge was on the 21st. So Allen Park played Escanaba. Escanaba's in the UP.
Escanaba.
And they're really good. The Eskimos. Eskimos are really good in softball.
You know that area.
Yeah. Yeah, don't swim in the water. Stay out of the water up there. Escanaba. Yeah, I know that area very well. But District 16 is Lincoln Park and Wyandotte. That's just on the 25th. That's Thursday. Allen Park will play Grand Blanc. Etzel Ford will play Henry Ford Academy, and Southgate will play Warren Mott. The pre-district game will be Lincoln Park and Wyandotte on May 26th. So that's the first game of that, and then maybe they go jump down. But that seems crazy that how would Grand Blanc be in Allen Park's district?
Yeah, I don't know.
That has got to be the furthest commute in history of districts. So good luck to the Lady Bears. And we'll see what's going on. You a big tennis guy?
No, I never played tennis in any sort of organized way. I dated a girl years ago. She played kind of recreationally, so we would play on occasion. But,
I got you.
Yeah, not much.
I had it as one of my classes in college. It was an A. However, it wasn't the easiest sport to get the handle of. You know what I'm saying? A person that you're playing, they can make you run if they want.
Sure.
If they know what they're
Yeah.
doing, they can make you run. But the tennis is nearing its, I guess, end of the year with the districts and whatnot. Allen Park actually beat Lincoln Park 8-0. Allen Park then went on to beat Riverview Gabriel Richard 6-2, and then Wyandotte lost to Dearborn 5-3. And then Gibraltar Carlson actually beat Allen Park 4-1. And then the regionals were set for the 18th. We didn't hear back about the regionals yet. But that's a pretty big region. I know Wyandotte was supposed to play Crestwood. So hopefully we'll get that information to find out. Might have been a night game, so I don't know. But they haven't given us the results yet. I heard on Bears Den you guys had a good conversation.
Yeah, so the episode is currently playing. Jason interviewed the new varsity football coach. Jacob Zansky's his name. He played for the Bears. He's a 2013 graduate from Roosevelt. And just watching him in studio, sometimes you can learn a lot from somebody just by hearing them talk about what they do and how they talk about it. And seemed to me to be a level-headed guy. Obviously comes from the school, comes from a football background. So in my estimation, I mean, I follow these things because it's a part of my job here. I think he'll get the program going in the right direction. It won't be easy this fall. I mean, you still got Woodhaven and Carlson and Trenton now.
Yeah.
You remember, of course, the controversy over the hiring of the coach.
Sure.
Well, he's gotten results, so pretty stacked at the top. But I think if they can claw their way back to middle of the pack this season, that'd be a successful first outing for him as head coach. Yeah.
I think when I think about high school sports, I think about tradition, right? I think about wanting to wear blue and gold or purple and gold or whatever your school colors may be. And I think that's kind of cool that they found somebody who is their alma mater, right? And so he knows how the program works. 2013, he's a pup. You know what I mean? Like he's got to be 28 years old or something. That's 10 years removed, from high school. So he's got obviously some experience because he's been there, but he's got a lot to learn, but he also brings a young mind.
I think he's in a good position because he was on Coach Ron Adams' staff, and then he stuck around last year. So he knows the program well, and he seemed to have a clear picture of the direction he wants to go and the values he wants to instill. I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs behind the scenes, but seeing him talk and the way he conducted himself, I'm a little surprised he didn't get the job a year ago.
Okay. Wow. Because did he say he applied for it?
He didn't.
Okay.
That's why I say I don't know anything behind the scenes. But just knowing that he was on Ron's staff, he played for the school.
Yeah.
He looks and talks like a football coach. So if you were in central casting, he said, "Find me a football coach." This guy walked through the door. You say, "Yep, that's the guy."
I got you. No, man, I look forward to it because I know when Adams was here and when my daughter was Kennedy was at the high school, man, they were good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you knew they were going to the second round of the high school football playoffs. They were going to make the playoffs and they were going to win that first game and they were going to either get to, I think at that point it either became Southfield, A&T, or Oak Park that they would get in that regional, and usually Wyandotte will get the home game for that.
Yeah, I think it was Ron had 15 straight years of playoffs, and from having the Bears Den in the studio, and I've been here nearly a decade now, and watching, being able to see behind the scenes how he and Jason interacted and the work that they both put into that show, you could see the passion and the discipline that Ron brought to the table, because it wasn't. Obviously, you want results on the football field, but they had so many programs off the field or where they partnered with the marketing team. Like, they ran a good program, and I always had the impression from Ron that he cared about those players. He cared about them as students and as athletes and as young people. You know, he wanted to see them be successful, and I think this new coach is in the same mold. Yeah.
And just to touch on it one more time, I think that you're 100% right that's when you can tell, right? Like kids can tell if you're for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when they start showing out for you, when they know that you got their back.
Yeah.
And if I'm walk the same streets literally, in the same hallways, probably a better example because it's a school of choice now. Mm-hmm. But if I walk those same hallways, I know how you feel about this. So if we got a game against Trenton and that's our rival, let's go. We're gonna put a little extra in.
Yeah.
You don't mind working a little harder. It's just a whole motivational piece. And I'm hoping he's got a job within the school. I don't know how Wyandotte sets it up.
Yeah, Jason did mention that. I forget exactly what. I think it was PE at the middle school, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it in school more personally, but who am I? I like it like when my football coach can come to my Algebra 2 class
Sure.
and say, I just was checking to see if you were here today.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference. You know, not that they don't have other things and systems in place to do that, but just coach walking around the hallway is going to keep you on your P's and Q's.
And what's interesting for us when we cover the football games, oftentimes through the years, I've been the sideline camera. So I'm kind of embedded with the team. I'm overhearing the conversations happening in real time, which thankfully our cameras don't always pick up. And last year, and I would tell the crew after every game, I'm like, this is not the same program that Ron would run. Like, Ron ran a tight ship. And unfortunately, that's not what I saw on the sideline last year. And I think this new coach is going to get them back in shape.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
No, we got stuff to look forward to, you know. So, that's good. I'm excited about that. And football's fast approaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it or not, football's fast approaching. Yeah. What else you got?
Well, we got all sorts of stuff here. So we've got an annual golf outing and a buffet dinner. This is happening June 3rd, Saturday, June 3rd. This is by Fraternal Order of United Irishmen and Palatine Fathers. That is going to be played at Inkster Valley Golf Club, which is on Middle Belt Road in Inkster.
And I've rode by that golf course 137,000 times, and I've rarely seen people on it. So that's good that they're using it. That's good that it's getting some use.
Yeah, I'm sure it's getting used by someone.
That's good.
In track and field, Riverview's boys and Woodhaven's girls each finished in first overall in the Metro Classic. And then we got a few other tidbits here. We mentioned on the last show, of course, the Wyandotte Boat Club, the youth rowing camp. No experience necessary. That's open to all students entering 6th through 9th grade. And these are broken up into sessions. Session 1 is June 19th through June 30th. Session 2, July 10th through July 21st. Session 3, July 31st through August 11th. That's Mondays through Fridays, 9 to 11 a.m. You can visit the Boat Club's website to learn more on that.
Now, it says no experience necessary.
Yeah.
Right? I right away go back to Escanaba. And I wonder, do I need to know how to swim?
I've wondered that too with the rowing program because, I mean, they're launching into the Detroit River, which I've always been told is a strong undertow. So I'm sure there's some kind of provisions. There has to be.
Do they have on life jackets when they're in those boats?
I don't know. I doubt it.
I can't remember Miss Caroline's footage to see if those kids had on. But like you're saying, you don't want to make the boat heavier. That's why you're saying no.
My guess, the experience, like the high school level, I don't think so. Okay. Now, I'm guessing for something like this, I mean, as a parent.
Yeah, we going to have one.
I would think so, yeah.
It's not going to be any excuse. I got you.
Yeah.
No.
We also got Wyandotte Volleyball Youth Camp. This is for 4th to 8th graders. This is happening June 15th and 16th, 5 to 6:30 p.m., and June 17th, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. This is at RHS. You get a T-shirt with your registration, and for more on that, you got to be registered by June 2nd, so you want to get on that. And you can find out more on that at wine.bearsvolleyball@gmail.com. And then my friends over in the special events office, the annual Skip Clack Fishing Derby, that will also be on Saturday, June 3rd, 10 a.m. That's at the Bishop Park Fishing Pier. And that's free admission, kids ages 5 to 13.
Yeah, I always say that I'm going to take my kids to that. I'm hoping we don't have a game or something, because there's no better thing than fishing for a young kid when the derby is, when I think of fishing derby, I'm thinking there's going to be plenty of fish. You know what I mean? It's going to be plenty of fish to catch. So if that's the case, yeah, get them out there, get some experience, and let's go.
Yeah, and they do have, it's a limit 200 participants.
Okay.
So you want to go to wine.net for an application, get your kids signed up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you know what happens when you're having fun, Odds?
It flies, man.
Time flies.
It sure
man.
does. Yeah.
And time has flown past us again.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that we got to talk and get to kick it with you. For everyone else, please, local sports wrap-up, send us some emails. Tell us about your team. I can't wait to share how the Wyandotte Braves Red Sox are doing next week. I can't wait. They're doing really well. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and we're glad to have you, and we hope to see you soon. Take care.